Yeah, so this is going to be a review of Mickey 17. So the premise of this film, so it's a sci-fi film, and it's about how they want to kind of start, you've probably heard the whole let's start a new life on another planet kind of thing. And there's different jobs that are allocated. And one of those jobs is called an expendable, and basically it's some sci-fi thing you can imagine. Let's be honest, it's not impossible. Basically, they can make multiple people of the that I've said that so wrong. So basically, they can make another copy of somebody. They basically record all their memories and stuff like that, and then they scan the body and everything. So basically, what happens with Robert Pattinson's body is every time he dies, they can bring him back again with the same memories, just a different body. He's same DNA body and everything, but like a completely like a new fresh body, if that makes any sense. So he's basically like this. He's basically the test dummy, really, which you kind of feel sorry for him because I don't want to spoil it, but he was how he ended up getting into this situation it's kind of sad. But yeah, so. It's a good film. It's like a comedy sci-fi thing. It's really enjoyable. As I said, I don't want to give too much away. I will say this though. Oh, Mark Ruffalo's character. It's an example of a character that's like a comical style villain, which is over dramatized, and I'm just going to say it's a spitting image of Donald Trump. And I finalised that opinion when he said this one phrase, and I was like, yeah, that is it. That they are taking the absolute mick out of Donald Trump. This is supposed to be like a Donald Trump thing, and it kind of makes sense, and it's just, yeah. Okay, I see what they did there. You may or may not like it. Again, it's kind of a very over comedic character kind of thing, which kind of stands out, even though the film is like a comedy sort of thing. The film's quite like would I say like a subtle comedy kind of theme, but that one character kind of, it stands out, and it may not necessarily stand out in a good way. It's kind of a bit jarring is probably the best word for that. But other than that, I really enjoyed this film. I really enjoyed it. There were bits that were funny. It's really enjoyable. But yeah, it's a good film. I would say it's a good film. If you like sci-fi, then I definitely. I will say as well, Robert Pattinson. So I've only seen one other film with him in it that isn't Twilight. Not like I've seen Twilight, but that was Batman. So I'm not a massive kind of knowledgeable. Oh, and Harry Potter. But anyway, I'm not a very what's the word? I'm not really zoned into how his acting is, but it's really good. It's really good, this acting, because basically what happens, I realise I've just missed a little bit of a plot, to be fair, but it ends up being where he was supposed, so it's the reason why it's called Mickey 17. So we get to the point where there's been 17 different versions of him, and they make another one, an 18th one, thinking that he's died, but actually he's not died, and they have two different personalities, like completely different to each other. So I give him so much credit to be able to kind of just act these two different personalities really well. So I do give him that. I'm like, wow, okay, so he's actually a decent actor. But anyway, but overall I really enjoyed it. If I was to rate it out of 10, I'd give it 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. I'm still a bit what's it with Mark Ruffalo's character. I don't know if I don't know if I like it or if I don't like it, or I liked a bit of it but then it just got overplayed and I was like, okay, I'm bored of it. I don't know, but overall I'd give it an 8 out of 10.